So what are the benefits of belonging to AlaHA for me and my organization? Well, it's all about that connectivity, those contacts around the state, being a part of something bigger than yourself and bigger than your organization, having that collective voice, having those contacts, and ultimately having those friends around the state. I believe the most effective members of our association are those who are able to think beyond their own organization, to think about that greater good, what's best for healthcare in this state. We do compete, but we have to think beyond that, and COVID was a really good example of how we used that connected association to work together to think about the greater good for Alabama. So what are some memorable events while I was chair of the board? You know, my main memory is what a great board I was blessed to work with. They were committed, they were involved and engaged. One of the things I made for a goal for myself was to visit every council around the state at least once during my year as chair. And that was an incredible experience. It gave me a real appreciation for the diversity of our membership and of our state and the talent that exists just throughout our association. It was great to see that personally during my year as chair. You know, in 30 years or so of being a part of this, I've seen lots of issues and lots of challenges, and I don't so much remember looking back all the specific issues, but what I do remember is the people who were dealing with those issues, our members and the staff, and how they approached very complex challenges facing healthcare in Alabama. Consistent themes were integrity, devotion, creativity, and it was really a focus on the greater good. I can't tell you how many times I heard, we got to do the right thing here. And I think that's important and reflects a lot about the core values of the association. You know, issues come and go, but the quality and the character of the AlaHA family, the staff and the membership, that's what's really special. I'm thankful that AlaHA focuses not just on the members, but on the members' families too. The annual meeting, we've always been encouraged to bring our families, bring our kids. For my 4 kids, it was a big part of their growing up. It was one of our family vacations every year. They still talk about chicken fingers and playing bingo and having squirt gun fights. And I think that's a reflection also of some of the core values of our association. I don't think all associations do that, and I'm thankful that ours does. It's just something I think that makes us unique and is a great reflection on the association. I also have a lot of great musical memories from the annual meeting. I've enjoyed seeing Elvis perform, enjoyed seeing the Tuscaloosa Gang perform, enjoyed seeing Prince perform. And yes, I need to give a shout out to my partner in crime, Glenn Sisk, also known as Jake Blues. It's from your brother Elwood. So what advice would I have for younger CEOs about healthcare? Get out while you still can. Just kidding, that was a joke. It's an incredible career path. No 2 days are ever the same. You get to work with some amazing, talented people. Ultimately you get to make a difference in people's lives. And so I think that is, it's an incredible opportunity and certainly an exciting career. I would say to the younger generation, you know, make sure you know your core values. And it's really incredible when your core values can align with those of your organization and the people you work with. There's really a great blessing when that alignment happens. I think that the best leaders I've seen in healthcare, they really instill that alignment, and they also are servant leaders by heart. I would also say listen more than you talk, be approachable for your team, don't take yourself too seriously, and be focused on that work-life balance. Protect your family time, protect your family. And I think you know, it can be just the most rewarding and exciting career imaginable. So what advice would I have for younger CEOs about association membership? You know, one of the reasons I believe AlaHA is so effective and successful is that most of the hospitals in the state are members. We're not splintered off like you see in some states. We do have rural and urban. We have nonprofit and for-profit, faith-based, academic, and so on. So I think that collective voice that we have is so important, and there is strength in that. So I would say to the next generation of leaders, protect that. That is something that we need to really work on, making sure is part of who we are and keeping it in place even when it gets tough. So to the next generation, I would say jump in and lead, get involved. It seems like every so often there feels like there's this changing of the guard, and it's time for the next generation to move up when that happens. And so I would encourage all of our younger CEOs to get involved, make yourself part of the leadership of this organization, and don't wait on somebody else to do it. So get involved and make a difference.